of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! I'm gonna go to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Ball is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt. Let's hunt. Let's go. Let's hunt. I'm gonna go to the house. I'm gonna go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this kind of remind me.
Keisha Kelly.
Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah.
This is it, Keith Hennig. This is it.
Much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. When you step on the field, man, guess who I did? When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go.
By God, let's go. Don't be bummed, bro. No, game over is, I guess, applicable, but not for the show just yet. Talking about the lunch break here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org. It's the lunch break. It is the lunch break. I'm AJ Jones, and after 40 years of radio, started in 1982, this is my last show. Last one in radio. And I'm really excited. I'm just, hey, there comes that time in everybody's life when they know they got to do something else. And this is that day. So I'm excited. I got a lot of folks that have helped me along the way, and I know many of them will be chiming in today. I want to thank Kev, the producer, for reaching out to a lot of my friends and family and folks and what have you. So, hey, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna get it done, and we're gonna wrap it up and sign off, and that'll be it. And then, as they say in the hip hop world, on to the next one. I think Jay-Z said that. Carla Lewis Wallace, what's going on, sis? Thank you for connecting me with your friend. I really appreciate that. T Barnes is my oldest, longest friend. I mean, oldest as in age-wise. We've been friends for a long time, close to 50 years. We've been friends. Over 50 years, we've been friends. So, yeah, I can honestly say that's my oldest and longest friend. So, I'm really excited. About today. All right, y'all. It is Oh My Goodness Monday. There is a lot of oh my goodness stuff out there. And hey, Nicholas Hines, what's going on, brother? Trey Pike, one last ride. Enjoy the next step in life, man. God bless you, Trey. I really appreciate the connection, man. You've been a good brother along the way. Thank you. Misha Hawthorne. Oh, Misha Hawthorne. Oh, Misha, I can get on a horse now. I want to be in the trail ride for the rodeo next year. Not this year. It's over. But next year, one of the things I want to do on my bucket list, I want to ride one of your horses in a trail ride. So get me hooked up. Get me hooked up. Sandra Predia, what's going on? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, so anyway, man, Texas Southern got it done this weekend. They beat Jackson State, took over sole possession of first place in the SWAC, and I got to give them some love. I'm wearing Southern today for a couple of reasons. One, it was requested of me by my dear friend Keisha Kelly, Black College Experience. She said, on your last show, what would be better than for you to wear a Southern Jaguar shirt? And I told nobody else asked me that. So I am rocking the Southern University Jags in honor of my girl Keisha Kelly, Black College Experience. Oh yeah, by the way, my daughter got accepted into Southern. So I am prayerfully going to be a Southern parent. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate you. Crystal and I got a chance to meet through Arlena Richardson, and I appreciate her as well. Tony Irwin, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you. Felicia Yolanda Johnson Green, Smith Barney Jones III, what's going on? Keith Hennick, in all seriousness, I'm extremely happy for you. Best wishes going forward. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, T Barnes, my daughter, man, she's a little bit of a celebrity. She's kind of a big deal, low key. So she got accepted to Southern. She got accepted to Grambling, Texas Southern. She got accepted to Howard. She got accepted to Spelman. And I know I'm forgetting a bunch of them. And, you know, being the good father that I want to be, and I try to be with her, I said to her in these words with tears in my eyes, I said, baby, we already decided to go to Southern. I said it just like that, T. I said, we already decided to go to Southern. Like, I appreciate all them people wanting us. I said us, Leo Brown. I'm going to need services after this. I said us. But we done already chose and decided to go to Southern. She looked at me like, oh, Lord. I'm on the verge of not even being able to drive her down there and move her in if I don't learn how to act right. Like, it's that bad. Like, it's like I got accepted to Southern. I mean, why we talking to Howard and them when we already got accepted to Southern? Like, we should have sent out letters to all them other schools like, hey, thanks for considering us. Me and my dad, we've decided to go to Southern. I'm just like saying, like, why are we even talking to these other people? Like, Texas Southern, what you want? Like, we can come visit y'all. We can come see a game, especially when y'all play Southern, but we don't need acceptance. Like, I need to let that young lady have her be great. I need to let her be great. I'm just telling you. Leah said, wanting us. I know, like, why they want us? We already chose Southern. So yeah, man, I gotta leave her alone. Donna Coleman Holman, is AJ Jones retiring? Yes, I am, from radio. I am. It's a 40-year wrap. I started in this business when I was 17 years old at WYLD in New Orleans. I graduated from high school at 17. My 18th birthday would have been in December. I graduated in May of 82. And in August of 1982 at WYLD in New Orleans, I started working in radio overnight, part-time weekends. And Wendell Pierce from Treme and Waiting to Exhale and Jack Ryan. Oh, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Wendell Pierce was my mentor. He taught me how to run the board and how to run the clock and all that at WYLD. And he's been just an amazing person to me over my career. Amazing person. So yeah, it's time. 40 years, man. 40 years. Nothing else I can do in radio. Nothing else I want to do in radio. but help other people do their thing. That's what I want to do. I want to help other people bring their shows to life. You know, whatever show idea they have, I want to help them do that. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Leah said we can visit. Yeah, we can visit them other schools, but we done already decided to go to Southern. Like, I'm already practicing on being a Southern Jag parent. Like, that's really all I want to. That's all I want to do from now on. Just be a Southern Jag parent, and then the parent of a Southern Jag graduate, and hopefully an undergrad degree person, a graduate degree person. If she wants to get her doctorate, I want her to get that too. So that's what we're doing. Donna Coleman Holman, the lunch break loves you. Caller of the year 2019, Donna Coleman Holman. One of the best people I got a chance to meet on this show. Felicia Yolanda Johnson Green, Smith Barney Brown. She said, I wish I could express my thoughts, but I have much respect. Oh, you know what she's talking about, y'all? She went to Prairie View. So she trying to say that we probably need to go to Prairie View, but Felicia, we've already decided to go to Southern. So, oh my goodness. Thank you, Donna. Donna said, congratulations. I'm waiting for Dr. J to come on because I ain't gonna be able to do this one by myself today. Misha said, that's when I was born in 81. Well, 81. Okay. Yeah. So you were one when I was starting in radio. That's crazy, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Leah Brown, I'm going to reach out to you. I'd love to get into radio. Let's do it. Let's make it happen, Leah. Let's make it happen. Felicia, it's not too late. No, it's too late to go to Prairie View. It's too late. We done already decided to go to Southern. It is too late. It is too late. Big Mike said, man, congratulations on 40 years. One chapter is closing, but another great one is opening. That's true. It felt cool today to be able to lay in the bed and not jump up at dark 30 and start doing sports updates for our sister stations. I mean, I literally, my body naturally got up, but I didn't have to. And that was a good feeling. Keith Hennick said he was 30 in 1982. Keith, you look good for your age, brother. I want to age like you, man. I do, because you look good. You got that zaddy look, bro. You look like you could be a zaddy, Keith. Hold on. Todd Malcolm done jumped on. Todd said, wait a minute. I've been running sprints since 4 a.m. Todd, you know what I'm going to do before I leave? This is my last show. I'm going to bequeath to you Caller of the Year 2022. I'm going to bequeath that to you, Todd, because every time you get close to being Caller of the Year, you disappear, you go in the witness protection program, and we don't hear from you, and then somebody else beats you out. So on my last day, I bequeath to you Caller of the Year 2022. Y'all give it up for Todd. 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 He crazy. Let me get Dr. J in here. Dr. J, that's one of the craziest dudes in the world. That's my brother, though. Now, I'll fight somebody over him, but he crazy. He throwed off.
Now the question is, what is he gonna do with that title? That's what I want to know. Like, he's got to take that. It can't stop here. He's got to take that and go somewhere with it.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna put it in a meme or a GIF and send it to people. Like, yeah, this is what I was doing when I was Caller of the Year 2022 on the lunch break. He's thrown off like that. He will see stuff and he'll be like, what is wrong with this dude?
That's all right.
And he's somebody's husband and somebody's father. And I'm just like, bro, how much money does Amber owe you? Because bro, clearly.
Well, sometimes people marry up. That's okay. You can't be mad at him.
He's a really good dude. And I met him in business with my church. He was my broker for our electricity at the church. And then I just happened to mention to him that I was doing a sports talk radio show.
Uh-huh.
And that dude has literally been listening ever since. Whenever the mafia is not looking for him and he's got to go into witness protection, Whenever that's not happening, he's right here on the
He's
show.
on.
I
Well,
love it.
all right then.
Yeah.
Then he deserves that title.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, he's gotten that close. It's been down to the final votes. Like we
Yep.
had to Florida him one year where the Hanging Chads were. You know, they got him. You know, but this year we're gonna give it to him. We're gonna give it to him.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah. Now pray for him because he's a Longhorn fan.
Well, you know, not everybody can make great decisions their entire life. You see, I got my
Get him, Dr. J.
I'm
Dr.
just
J,
saying.
get it. Put that Aggie stuff on him, Dr. J.
You know, just so happened I'm wearing my Aggie colors today. So
Yeah, man. He don't know
you
nothing
tell
about
me
it.
some mess like that. You know, UT is cool. Like there's actually, it's really interesting. The young Dr. J did not like UT for
Mhm.
undergrad for me.
Mhm.
The more mature Dr. J went on UT's campus and it seemed like a whole different world. So I don't know if UT changed from the first time I evaluated them at 16 years old to the times I've been on their campus. But yeah, I don't have like a lot of people. I mean, I'll joke, but I appreciate a lot of the things that the people at UT are doing in the School of Business in particular.
Dr. J, you too kind because I would have ate his tail up. I would have ate his tail up. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back. Dr. J, that's why I needed you on here because you're a nice one. It's my last show. I ain't responsible for nothing I say today. So we'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, the all new 92.3 FM, AJ's last one. All right, we'll be right back.
Yes, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-395-9215. 800-395-9215. 800-395-9215. That's 800-395-9215.
KYOK, 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I am Jacqueline Carr, and here is your winning strategy. Patience prepares you for the unseen things ahead. You will find that you were not ready for some of the things that you wanted to have earlier in life, or you thought that you should have. You would not have been prepared to receive them. God uses patience to work for you and not against you. I've heard many people say, I wanted so many different things earlier in life, but I thank God that He didn't give it to me when I wanted. See, most
Oh
of
my
us
gosh.
can say at some
Dr. J,
point in
read
our
that.
lives, thank you, God, for not giving me what I asked for at those moments when I asked for it.
So you know, they celebrate the 2011 Women's Basketball Championship. I'm just, you know, just gonna say that. So I'll throw that out there.
Each one of us has an
Throw it
appointment.
out there.
All right, so I got to give those ladies some love. Those are the Lady Tigers of Texas Southern University. And baby, they played the #1 team in the conference to within 1 point. They lost to undefeated Jackson State. They're undefeated in the SWAC. They lost to them by 1 point, and they had them. They had them, Dr. J. They had them, baby. They had them. So I got to give them love. They didn't win, but I got to give them love.
But they won. Like you know, some moral victory counts also.
You know what? I usually don't give out moral victories, but for them, I got to get them.
That was hard. Yeah.
And I got to say this. Coach Cynthia Cooper is doing an amazing job with Jackson State. She's doing an amazing job with Texas Southern.
Yes, and let me tell you, I am not surprised. You know, there are a handful of women that I have come to know personally. Now there are more than this, but the handful that I've come to know personally, And when I say personally, it doesn't mean that we're friends. I've been around them, I've watched them, observed. Man, Cynthia Cooper, she's in that rare air of live, eat, breathe. She is not just the past. She is
Right.
not just the present. She is the
Right.
future of women's basketball. Like that's
Agree.
really what she is to me. It's just everything in her spirit, her vibe, her everything is women's basketball, and I love it.
As my niece, I am Valencia King. I think she's gonna surprise me today. But as she would say, you know the vibe. You know
Yeah,
the vibe.
exactly. It's a
Yeah, I love
vibe.
it.
It's the whole vibe.
I love it. Okay, so April Marche has jumped on, talking about, yes, JSU, her hometown. We got to give y'all some love. We got to give y'all some love. Jackson State balling, of course, in football, balling in women's basketball, and I'm sure there's other sports that they are balling in, but yeah, they doing their thing. They doing
Absolutely.
They're doing their thing. All right, Desiree Battles, thank you. She said, congratulations, AJ. Thank you, Desiree. That's one of my long-term friends. She came and tore our church up one Sunday.
Did she?
One Saturday at a women's conference. I mean, we were pulling people out from under the pews Sunday morning. She wrecked them. She just, and I think it was just during the prayer. It wasn't even, she wasn't even a speaker. She was praying, and folks were just laid out.
Anointed. Just anointed.
Got it like that. Oh my God, Valencia said, you know the vibes. I love
exactly.
Big time Sydney done chimed in. Congratulations to you, my brother. Sydney, I love him to life. This good dude. Very good dude. All right, did you see Derek Jeter step down from the CEO spot of the Miami Marlins?
I did not. Tell me what happened with that.
Well, it's interesting because he said something that made me kind of like raise my eyebrow. And I was like, Dr. Jeter, is everything all right? If I had his phone number, I'd call him. Okay. If I had his phone number, I would call. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. Let's go to MLB News. All right, here we go. Derek Jeter steps down as chief executive. Here's the part that made me raise my eyebrows.
Okay.
His statement, I'll read the first part. Today, I'm announcing that the Miami Marlins and I are officially ending our relationship, and I will no longer serve as CEO nor as a shareholder in the club. He said, we had a vision 5 years ago to turn the Marlins franchise around, and as CEO, I've been proud to put my name and reputation on the line to make our plan a reality. Now, jump down. He said, that said, the vision of the future of the franchise is different than the one I signed up to lead. Now's the right time for me to step aside as a new season begins. End quote. What do you hear in that?
Well, usually when people part ways immediately, like the day they tell you, there has been a whole bunch of shenanigans in the background, and somebody or both somebody said, "We out,
Yeah.
we're out."
Yeah. And then that part about his money being different than the one he signed up for tells me something changed.
Something changed, and for him to pull his money. He didn't just pull himself out. He pulled his money out, basically saying, I don't want anything more to do with this.
Right.
I hate to always look at the negative side of it, but when somebody pulls their physical involvement and their money out, it's probably to protect them for what they may see coming down the pipe, to make sure that they're not going to be financially responsible for an issue that they were not able to correct, maybe because of other obstacles. Like you said, the vision, I don't know any of this to be true, but when people pull it all out, everything away, when folks like to make money, like Derek Jeter made a lot of money, he likes to make money. So I can see him pulling himself out, but still leaving his money in. So to pull his financial stake out of the team, there may be something that cannot be corrected, or that they refuse to correct, and that he sees that may hurt him financially.
Yeah, for him to divest, like you said, like that immediately, like get me and my money gone. We gone.
Right. You wanted me and my money, and now we out. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But I will say this, a lot of teams may hire a person like a Derek Jeter who has not necessarily gone through the ranks of management of a team, and all of a sudden they're at the top, and Derek Jeter may have had a vision that he was going to be the CEO, whereas
Uh-huh.
the others may have had the vision that he'll be the face of a CEO, but that they
Right.
were going to still run things. I
Right.
could totally see that as a possibility where he thought, oh wait, I'm not really running this. I don't really make decisions. Well, that's not where it's at. So that could be it. Cause I just think it's you have an organization like the Marlins, worth the amount of millions. Do you turn that over to a person who has very little team management experience? Like realistically.
I'll be honest with you. If it was anybody other than Derek Jeter, I might have a different answer.
But team management, like there's so
Yeah,
much to
yeah,
team management.
yeah.
That is administrative.
I got you. But again, in front of the camera, Derek
Right.
Jeter looks like one of those guys that made very few missteps with
Mhm.
his own brand, with the way he played, with the way he prepared. That's that intangible. He might not have the Harvard degree or the Duke Biz School degree, Princeton, but he's got that intangible of everything it seems that he puts his hand to, it turns out very well. So
Well, now I don't think it takes. Now let me qualify this. I don't think it takes Princeton or Harvard
I
or an
agree.
Ivy League. Now that's
agree.
really important, right? Because if we subscribe to that, we're going to exile a lot of great
absolutely.
CEOs of sports teams.
Yeah.
But I do feel it's important that you maybe were an assistant GM, that you had kind of learned what it means to manage, be in the front office for a little bit of time before you are just named the CEO of the team. So it just makes me feel like he may have been named that in name only, and
And wanted more.
but he saw it differently.
Mhm.
He saw it as, well, I'm running the team. I can make decisions, and the powers that be, the way they have that org chart and that structure, that power structure, he may not have had the power that we assume a CEO of a team should have. That's kind of what I'm reading into it. Maybe he felt used to say, well, you're not going to use my name or my money any longer. Good luck to you, because something clearly happened. Everybody had that day, AJ.
Yeah,
Everybody had that day. If you live long enough,
Yeah.
everybody has that day.
Right.
Women put your purse on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm out. That's it. Everybody has had that day where this is it. Enough is enough. So
What's interesting is I think about Magic Johnson with the LA Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say Magic owns about 4% of the LA Dodgers.
He's a minority stakeholder.
But he is by far the face of the franchise.
Absolutely.
And for what I understand, he's got a lot of say in that building.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of say. On field, business, finance, contracts. He's got a lot of say in that building. Has Magic ever had that assistant GM or front office kind of?
Well, you know what Magic had, which was so smart, and I think has been critical to his business success. He got with a management team.
Okay.
From the beginning. So when he started Magic Johnson Enterprises and all that, there was a management team. There was an engine behind it. So he got a chance to learn through a solid team around him as they started making business decisions to get theaters and to acquire other things. And so I see that he has learned through the group that he assembled. The same thing with Shaquille O'Neal. He did the exact same thing.
Get out of my head.
He did the exact same thing.
Not understand the business track that Shaq took off of the court and how he is as successful and as savvy in business as he is.
Absolutely. He for Shaquille, he started Mine Oh Mine Inc., which Mine Oh Mine Mom Inc. And so it's always a nod to his mom for the things that he's done all throughout the years. But that company, it's been the same concept. They assembled. Now they're so savvy. He's one of the few people that most people go and pitch one by one to you. He actually does the Shaq conference, where if you want to pitch, your idea to say, hey, we want you to do Gillette. Hey, we want you to do Coca-Cola, any brand, they have to go to the Shaq conference. It happens one time a year, but that way he can bring all of his business people in under the roof so they can make a smart decision based on a lot of factors. And so that way you get a chance to see all the brands together to see what really matches.
Yeah.
And so that's so smart instead of taking these onesie twosies and people. Look, if you want to be a brand, if your brand wants to be with Shaquille, you got to make it to the Shaq conference. I guarantee you will not have him as your spokesperson, because the smartest minds in the room for him are going to be at that conference.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. All right, we got to take a quick break. Ben Sutter III, BS3, has checked in. Good afternoon, AJ. Thank you, brother, for getting us on Roku. Couldn't have done it without you. And then my frat brother, Haywood. What's up, Wood? He said, congratulations, Nuke Style. Good brother on a job well done. Look forward to the next steps. That is a good Nuke from Chicago. I love that dude for free. And, again, I really appreciate what these good brothers are doing. All right, let me get the mayor on. Got to hear from Mayor Sylvester Turner, and then we'll be back with more right after this. Dr. J, Jennifer Tebow, and myself, AJ, on Oh My Goodness Monday. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
I'm Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner. I wake up every day to work for our community, and Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo does too. When the pandemic hit, she put people ahead of politics and fought for our communities. When they came after our right to vote, she fought back by extending voting hours and tripling early vote locations. I'm with Lena Hidalgo because she's with us. Join me in voting for Lena Hidalgo. Early vote is February 14th to February 25th. Election day is March the 1st.
Political advertisement paid for by Lena Hidalgo for Harris County.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is Irma J from Internal Revamp, and you're listening to AJ on the lunch break.
Yeah, I got a concept meeting with Irma J from Internal Revamp. We're gonna talk about some content and production and stuff like that, because she does amazing stuff all around the country. She produced some amazing award-winning films and stuff like that around the country. And yeah, she's beating with me.
Because you're amazing. That's why. Let's just keep it real. Amazing people are attracted to each other. It's the way it works.
The little kid from Forest Park, Ohio, man, he's like, really? Like, for real? Like, yeah, she's ready to take the meeting. Todd Malcolm, AJ, what is KYOK going to do with your daily time slot? Well, Todd, you sound like you interested. So, get your chips together. We'll find out what we can do with that. Let me go to the phone line real quick, Dr. J.
Right.
Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hello, Brother AJ, Dr. J, and the last time for the lunch break. This is Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, calling of the year 2017. It would have been a shame on me if you didn't get in today, because Ferdinand was the very first caller on this show back in 2017. And he's been calling ever since. He's the very first caller, and I had to make him caller of the year for 2017.
Absolutely.
And here he is on my last show. What's up, Ferdinand?
Man, I wish I could tell you. Hey, AJ, when I got the news, I instantly developed a love-hate relationship, and so meaning love that the platform that you built for KYOK and other stations, because you remind me, AJ, of one of my favorite all-time coaches, Eddie Robinson.
Wow.
He set the stage so high, and the accolades that he should have got, he didn't get. But when I think of him, man, you put the lunch breakers on a platform, AJ, that I would never thought would come to an end this season. There's so many people that would be disappointed. I know everything is about season, seasons change. And raise the bar so high, AJ, man. So many are definitely gonna really, really miss you. But when you said stated that ESPN couldn't take you away, because you gave us a platform. Besides Ralph Cooper, it was AJ. And trust me, brother, I truly understand God that has a purpose and a plan for all of us. And sometimes we leave our post when it's not necessary for other people, but we yet still have to live our own life. So I truly understand, but just hurt. You know, it's like a funeral without a body. And man, we'll truly miss you as the lunch breakers, man. And we just hate that couldn't finish up with March Madness and some other things. But man, I truly understand. Kudos to you. Thank you for bringing, you know, not only Dr. J, but all of the ones, Dr. Ozzy, you know, and so forth and so on. You really have been a great help to us. I mean, we really appreciate that. And nothing but peace and blessings to you as you go forward. And we pray that somebody can keep this light. Because this is a slide that you opened up that really, really, man, I don't know who can come behind you. And we saddened, but we overjoyed that, man, we had the time to at least spend with you. Especially me, man. I've been with you for 2017, and I've been elated just to be a part of something great, man. We don't have that. We don't have enough of a platform for Black America, and people are positive. You know, we need that. And I pray that, man, wherever God send you, that you can stay positive and encouraging His people, because AJ, we're in a season where we need somebody. We need real people. We need real saints. And if we don't continue to build a platform for us going forward, we're going to be just sad and lost. And I just pray that somebody can come behind you and give us what you've given us up until this point.
Ferdinand, I appreciate you, man. Those words, you know, really resonate in my heart, brother, because that's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do was make this space something that people could learn something from, feel proud of, and feel like their voices mattered, that their you know, what they were interested in mattered. I didn't want to, you know, do it like other people were doing it. If you want ESPN, you know where to go find ESPN. But I wanted to be able to give us something that we can feel proud of and call our own. And if I've done that the way you just said it, man, then I feel like it was a job well done. I want to thank Letitia Jackson, man, for giving me the opportunity to do it. I'll never forget when she came to me and said, AJ, you know, we got the signal on KYOK and we want to move away from automated shows. Do you think you could put something together? And man, I hurried up and came up with the lunch break, and here we are, you know, 5 years later. And you know, again, I appreciate you, Ferdinand. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's bittersweet, but man, we enjoy you, and like I said, maybe others may not understand, but man, I know His will and His way, and He has a plan and a purpose for all of us. We all doesn't have to be titled a minister or a pastor, but we all ministers one to another, and we got to continue to share that love that runs from heart to heart, breast to breast. Yeah. That agape love, we don't have it enough. We got to get it. But Dr. J, you keep on holding up the bloodstained banner, and AJ, you do as well, and man, we appreciate the job. Well done. That good and faithful servant when it comes to radio. I got one more person who want to shout out to you, and we'll get off.
Oh man.
Hey AJ, it's Maria. How are you?
What's up, Queen Sister? How are you?
I'm good. Well, happy last day.
Thank you. And thank you, because you know you were one of the ones that pushed me not to just get caught up in sports and scores and numbers and highlights. You talked about how real the issues and the topics were that we discussed, how real and how necessary they were. And I didn't take that lightly. I always felt like it was necessary to touch those. If we didn't touch them here, where were they going to be touched? So I appreciate you for pushing me the way you did.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Yeah, you'll be missed, AJ. I mean, you know, it was comforting to know that, you know, sometimes I turn on the radio, I'll be in the car, I'll be riding with Ferdinand or something like that. And, you know, I wouldn't tune in every day, but it was comforting to know that, oh, okay, between 12 and 2, you know, it's like a familiar voice, like a friend from far away. You know what I mean? Like a friend in your head, you know?
I appreciate that. That's how I wanted to be. I wanted to be that friend.
So Godspeed to you.
Thank you, Maria. You be safe, Queen. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay.
All right. Let me go to another call real quick. Okay, so we just had caller of the year 2017, Dr. J.
Okay.
We got Caller of the Year 2019.
All right.
And this sister don't play. I love her for free. She served our country, man. And
Awesome.
Donna Coleman, you know, I appreciate you, sis, and I love you for free.
You have been a godsend. You know what I've been going through this last year, and listen, I'm so glad that you're retiring now because I needed you all of 2021. Thank you.
No,
you have
Donna,
no idea.
Donna, thank you. No, I
couldn't even sit up, but I could hear you. That's what I'm telling you. I could just hear you, and it would give me a little bit of encouragement. So, thank you.
Donna, thank you for you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak life into you and over you and to just be your friend. I appreciate you. I really do.
Well, I'm so grateful that you're retiring. That's huge, first of all. You deserve to retire. You don't have to work forever. Okay? You don't. You've done your work, and now it's time for you to enjoy some of what life has to offer you. Just the good part.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. It's your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
It's your turn.
Yes, ma'am. Well, Donna, this is not an ending. This is just a change in books. This is a change.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. One book is closed, and we're opening up another one.
Well, I'm excited now that I'm a little bit healthier, and when all of this pandemic stuff is over, I can't wait to come and hear you speak life directly into my soul. I'm going to be grateful to do that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Grateful to do that.
When you walk through those doors, just know whatever I'm talking about at that moment, it's going to stop so I can honor my queen sister, Donna Coleman Holman, coming in the door.
Thank you so very much. And I appreciate Dr. J because she's been a champion. Some of the things that she's given us, I mean, these little nuggets that, you know, they can take you wherever you need to go. Sometimes you just have to remember what they are. But I go back and listen to the shows sometimes just to get what I didn't get because, you know, sports is just like politics. You know, it's about a bravado. It's about who they think they are. And it you know, that in itself has given me a lot of motivation to just keep going. When I see them doing the weirdness, I just say, okay, KYK, the lunch break coming on at 12. AJ is going to break this down. And we're going to get a full understanding of what is going on there. And I appreciate that. You had great guests on during the pandemic. I mean, that made a difference. It made it real for me that it was a real thing happening, and we needed to be aware and take care of ourselves.
Amen.
And it made a difference for me. So thank you. You had plenty of doctors on there, plenty of politicians. You had plenty of everything for everybody. You didn't get anything. That's on you. I got it. Thank you.
Donna Coleman Holman, Caller of the Year 2019. Love you, my friend.
Now, AJ, I see it must be raining in the studio. It's raining right on your eyeballs. Yeah, the rain is coming in. And so Keisha says, don't you cry. Don't you cry. And I'm going to tell you, like I told my daddy one time when he told me, don't you cry. I said, okay, I'm going to suck those tears back up into my eyeballs. And you go out there and win because that's where you are. So just look, it's making me tear up because, you know, I know what it takes before people see the show live.
Yeah. And
like sometimes I'm sure you might wake up and have gotten up in the middle of the night and said, "Ooh, I want to cover this. Ooh, I want to do it in this way. I need to grab this media. I need to find it. I need to do this." And so, you know, I so appreciate just the combination of thought and the programming because there's real programming that has to go into 2 hours worth of content. And the guests, and even when sometimes guests don't show up, it's just the way that it is, or sometimes they can't get logged in because that's the way that it is. And you just kind of swim in the lane and you keep on going because you've already pre-planned all of that, and you've presented a solid product every single time without fail. Even if maybe on the inside you felt stressed out about it, on the outside, literally, it was always a great product. It was sports, it was entertainment, it was educating, it was motivating. It has always been all of that. And so, that's the one thing. When I first heard you, I said, he's very he's solid. He's really solid. And I thought to myself, I hadn't heard you before. Like normally when you start to become acquainted with a person, you kind of watch them grow and develop. And somehow we got connected later on in our development ourselves.
Yeah.
And so when I first heard you, I thought, man, he's like, you could plug and play and put you in so many mainstream broadcasts. It's crazy. Like your show has, ever since I've become acquainted, has always been ready. It's been ready to plug and play into mainstream if you so chose to do that. And I thought, man, that is, so it's rare to get such a solid, well put together show in the way that you do it, and just effortlessly. So that's what always, again, I was drawn to your talent. I was drawn to how you were able to do it day after day. It's one thing to do a show one day.
Right.
We can all do one amazing show.
Right.
I truly believe that.
Yep.
But 5 days a week, 2 hours, day after day after day after day, that is, and then you look up and those days end up to be 40 years. That's just amazing. So I just have to say that.
Dr. J, I appreciate that, especially coming from you, because I know you know this industry real well, and you have a level of excellence about you that I admire and humbly respect. So I appreciate those words. We got to take a quick break. I got a caller standing by. Caller, stay right there. I promise you we'll take this quick break. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Hey, how old are you? I heard you didn't go to Washington, D.C. for voting rights. You stayed back in Texas with the Republicans. This isn't the first time. You and the Republicans tried to take over HISD, closing our schools in the Black community. To make things worse, you wanted to take away Thurgood Marshall Law School from TSU. We've got one thing to say to you, my brother. On March 1st, we're voting for Candace Houston, House District 142. Political ad paid for by Houstonians for Working Families.
This is Candace Houston. Tune into my new radio show called Candid Plug every Saturday from noon to 1. We will have engaging conversations on current events, topics that affect the community, and religion. Join me each Saturday from noon to 1 for my new show called Candid Plug, where you plus me equals us, right here on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and streaming live on KYOKradio.org.
You're listening to 1140 AM and 92.3 FM, the legendary KYOK.
This is Jamie from Baytown, listening to AJ on the lunch break.
Thank you, Jamie. All right, we're back on the lunch break. Oh my goodness, Monday, last show for me in radio. I'm gonna be retiring after 40 years of radio, and I'm ready for it. Let me go to one more caller. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Thank you for being patient with us. Who's this calling?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, what's up? This is Isidore. My bad. I was trying to do business outside. I wanted to call. I didn't want to miss out on you.
Let me tell you something. Isidore is a young man that I met when I was pastoring a church on the campus of Texas Southern University.
Wow. Southern University.
And I mean it. Isidore, man, thank you. Thank you for calling in today. You just don't know, man. This does my heart good.
Well, I appreciate this full circle moment. It's been a while, ever since I've known you've always been on the radio, and so it's kind of a sad conclusion. I mean, it's sad that you're leaving, but of course, God does everything well, and one chapter ending. Sometimes you got to end one chapter to go to a better chapter, and so we definitely wish you well wishes for the new chapter. I'm grateful that, and you're a Kappa, right?
I am a noob, yes, sir.
Okay, I see that red you just conveniently put back there, making sure everybody knows you're Kappa. See, that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna keep you listening. No, but it's definitely, I'm glad to have had you as my campus pastor at TSU. That's been so long ago, way before cell phones and way before all that crazy stuff. So I'm grateful.
Isidore, you got jokes. I see still. I see you still have jokes. Well, Isadora, let me tell you something. Just like I got the chance to see Isadora in a Genesis moment. I got to see you when you had gotten to college, hadn't quite, gotten into what you're doing and how you were going to do it. And to see you now, man, to see, the young, amazing man that you become, brother, I mean it, man. I'm so proud of you. And I feel like you get to see that. You get to see what's next for me. And I'm glad to have that opportunity because you were there in the beginning, and now, I hopefully one day will make you proud with the next thing I'm going to be doing.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm already excited for you, and I'll be looking for you, and just want to wish you well.
All right, man. Well, I hope to be seeing you over a meal real soon. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care, Isadora Bearfield. Love you, man.
Good one, okay.
All right. That's a young man I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of him. I mean, literally, when he walked through the doors at Texas Southern at Amen Fellowship was the name of the church. I just knew. I said, there's something about him. You know how some people walk in the door and everything is just lights up? That's Isadora.
Absolutely. Well, that means the angels sang because the angels were around him. I've always said that when something attracts you, it's the angels singing to let you know the person has walked in the room.
Yeah. I got to tell you. Oh, man, my sister just dropped her love, Idell Johnson, man. I got to tell you, that one right there, that's a real one. That's a real one. And I'm not going to say too much because my eyes will start sweating. I think somebody's back there cutting onions.
Yeah, it's raining in the studio. It's raining in the studio.
Right. But Idell, baby sister, I love you. I appreciate you. She's always seen me at moments like this where I was off to do something different, and she's always believed in me. Always believed in me and did whatever she could do to make sure I could go do what it is I was trying to do. So for her to get a chance to drop in, it meant a lot to me. Let's go to the phone line. I got another caller. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hi, AJ. It's your oldest and dearest friend. How are you?
Man, we've known each other since the 3rd, 4th grade.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Third grade.
Yep. Tamara Barnes, T-Bar. Yeah. What's going on, T-Barnes?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that, I've known you since we were little kids, And the one thing I can say about you is that your light has never dimmed. Your talent has never been diminished. And I've watched you grow into your greatness. And it's been a joy to watch. It really has. It's been a joy to watch. I'm super proud of you, as only a sister friend can be. And I'm really excited for you. I'm very excited for the next chapter. I know you're going to bring your A game, no pun intended. And I am. I'm just really proud of you. And I'm thankful that I've had the opportunity in this season of life to be a part of what you're doing currently in sports. I put the comment up there that the reason I started really engaging in your show is that I felt like the female voice was heard. I felt like our perspective was seen and appreciated. And without it, I don't think any other show has the balance that your show has. And I really appreciate that about your show.
Again, T. Barnes, that means everything to me because that's what I set out to do. I set out to make a safe space for everyone, no matter gender, no matter race, no matter culture, religious beliefs, political beliefs. I always say, let's not be divided, let's be united, meaning let's find a way to come together. And if we can't find a way to come together in sports and wide open talk, then I don't know what else to say. So I feel like, again, mission accomplished. So thank you for that. And I mean, I love you. I love you.
Yes, I love you too, my friend. And I'm sure one day we'll be rocking on the porch talking about when we were in the 3rd grade and when you were on the TV, on the radio, and when you were pastoring. I'm sure that day is coming too.
We got neighbor plans coming up, my friend. You already know. We'll talk soon.
Yes. All right. Love you.
All right. Love you. Dr. J, one of the biggest moments in my career in radio was when I was able to go home to my hometown. I wasn't just in Cincinnati, but I was in Forest Park where I grew up.
Okay.
Working in radio.
Awesome.
Working in radio. And it was a phenomenal experience. And I got to give some love to my program director up there, Brian Castle. because he pretty much let me do just everything. I got to do a show called Rap Attack, and then I got to do a show called Soft Tones, which was jazz. And then he came in one day and said, I'm going to give you the best job in radio you've ever had. And I started doing The Quiet Storm.
Oh no, you weren't AJ doing The Quiet Storm.
Baby, I was keeping them soft and warm in The Quiet Storm. And he was right. I literally shot up in my ratings and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
He could have given that to anybody. We had Mike Motley, we had Linda Shane, we had our own Funky Larry Jones up in Cincinnati, and he could have given that to anybody, but he gave me that opportunity, and I'm grateful. So all my high school friends got a chance to hear me on the radio and come by and what have you. I've had people that I met down here that are like, man, you remind me of this guy who was in Cincinnati, Ohio on the radio. I was like, that was me. And it's so crazy how it has come full circle.
So what was your favorite? Okay, so you said Rap Attack. So that was rap music.
Yeah.
You were playing a rap format.
Yeah.
And what was the other? And what was the second one?
And I thought about you on the Rap Attack because I had another Shaq-like moment when I met Run DMC.
Oh, sweet. I haven't met Run DMC yet. Oh, that'd be sweet.
I wish I hadn't met him because it went horribly wrong. I couldn't get my words together.
Oh,
they
no.
literally stopped the interview because I was so unprepared. I was so unprepared.
You were just like,
Yeah. So anyway, it's Quiet Storm by far.
Quiet Storm by far.
Storm by
Now,
far.
why is that? Because did you get a chance to talk all slow and sultry? What were
Well,
you
he
doing?
did tell me to. I
Give
can't
us
say
a
it like he
taste.
said it. I can't say it like he said if there was a secular radio station. But he said, "Talk your stuff, Doc. Talk your
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Talk your stuff." So
So you
yeah.
dropped the voice, you
Oh,
got the move. Okay, so set the stage. Like, we all, well, not all of us, but some of us who are of a particular age watch WKRP in Cincinnati on TV. So you remember Tim Burton's character where he had kind of the Quiet Storm and the lights were low, they're dim, he'd have candles. So set the stage for us, AJ. Tell us, were you like,
I never did any of that.
okay.
I never did any of that. In fact, what I tried to do was have good, meaningful music on
Okay.
and let the music set the stage for itself. And then I just talked about what the music just said personally.
Okay.
And I had people calling in, apologizing to boyfriends and girlfriends and husbands and wives, and had people expressing their undying love for folks. And it took on a life of its own. By far, one of the favorite things I did in radio back in 1986.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Were you like, they're going to break up? It's not going to work. Did you ever hear that when you were like, oh, sweetie, stop. Baby, stop.
Look, I messed around and asked one dude, what did you do?
Right?
Yeah, I was like, okay, so on this next song, and I know I remember the song that I played.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just kiss and say goodbye.
Oh, and that is I love that song. I absolutely love that song.
Baby, that was a wrap. That one was, I don't know where they are now, but I have a feeling that was a wrap. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Dr. J, I mean, wow. Sonia Hall, I appreciate you. One of my longtime friends. I got a chance to meet her at the Bridge Church with Pastor Greg Patrick and her sister, Ardina Harding. I got a chance to meet her there, and she's an amazing multimedia person, and she's just phenomenal. Just a phenomenal person. She's another one of those ones. Walk in the room, and the lights change, man. The lights change. Just like all eyes on her. Yeah.
Who was your, I'm not gonna say your favorite, because I know you have a lot of favorite. Tell me one of your favorite guests that we haven't talked about recently that you just say, man, that was really, like, that was good.
Sports or all genres? Sports or
all genres. We're talking your entire career.
Philip Bailey. Philip
Okay.
Bailey from Earth, Wind, and Fire. He was one of the first dudes that I interviewed that walked in without an entourage.
Okay.
I mean, he literally just like walked in off the floor, and it's like, dang, he looks familiar. And he's like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Philip Bailey. I'm here for my interview. And I'm like,
Can't
where's
be.
the team? He goes, where do you want me to be? And I'm telling you, he was a phenomenal a phenomenal interview. And I never forgot that because we literally had to like cut him off. Like, Philip, we got to go. Like, we got to go. It's like, okay, well, you know, if you need me to come back, let me know. And I'm thinking like, this is the Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like not, he wasn't a local band, wasn't a local group, was like the whole thing. We got a caller standing by. Caller, you stay there. I got to hit the top of the hour, and we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. We'll be right back.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe at 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all. We're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, kyokradio.org. And I got my dear friend, my sister, somebody who I love, you know, like breathing, Dr. J, Jennifer Tebow. She's helping me through this, and I appreciate her. And man, we just had somebody jump on, man. This dude is a for real brother right here. Let me get him on with us as well. Former NFL player with the Houston Texans, played with the Atlanta Falcons, played in the CFL. And then he said, you know what? Let me show you how to do this. He went out and founded and is the commissioner of the SDFL and was also a candidate to be the general manager for NFL teams. It is none other than Garrick Jones. Brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, brother. How about yourself, man?
It's kind of getting surreal. My eyes have sweated a couple of times.
There you go. I can understand it, man. With good reason, man. It's been a great run, brother.
Yeah. Now, Dr. J is, you've seen Dr. J. She's been on this show for a while, and she's got a man, cool as the other side of the pillow, other half, and Chris Dishman. Did you and Chris play together? Did y'all know each other?
No, I know of him. I know of him. You see a lot of guys in passing, and he's been around. But I mean, we hadn't had the opportunity to sit down and kind of get to know each other, man.
Well, let me tell you, man, like I feel about you is like I feel about him, man. Just good people.
Right.
Just good people. Like, I ain't caught up in what look at that. Look at that.
There you go.
Ask and you shall receive. Yeah. None other than one of the best defensive backs to play the game.
Man. Get out of here, man. Look, how you guys doing today?
Man, we good.
Well, brother.
Good. Derek, how you been?
Good, bro. Good, man. Just trying to get it all together. Man, it's a process, but we working.
Yes, indeed. It always is. Well, AJ, man, so how you feeling, man? What's the deal, huh?
Chris, can I be honest for a second? Man, look, hands are sweaty, mouth is dry, arms are starting to, get a little misty. I'm a little nervous, man. Like, it's coming to an end, brother. I mean, how was that last game that you played in? How was that when you knew it?
Unfortunately, I didn't know it was my last game.
Right. That's normally how it is.
Yeah. Derek, you know how that is. Unfortunately, you don't know when your last game is. You just go out there and play and expect to be back the next year. And if things happen, it happens. But you know me at that time, when I decided to retire, it was more of a pride thing than anything.
Yeah.
And, but it was more pride. I was like, no, I'm not going to go back and play with this team. And they only want me for third down. And I'm not playing that. And I let my pride get in my way. But if I had to do it again, I don't regret a lot of things.
Yeah.
But if I had to do it over again, I'll push my pride aside and went back. But It is what it is now. It's almost 22 or something years later. I retired in 2000. This is 22 years later. So no need to cry over spilled milk. It is what it is.
Absolutely. Garrick, what about yours? What was your last when you walked out? Even if you didn't see it coming, what was that last experience like?
I think for me, man, I kind of knew it was mine. I had a little injury, and I knew kind of what the writing was on the wall. I mean, especially how it is with sports and professional sports. It's like somebody coming and somebody going every year. So for me, but I knew I wanted to do something else. Just the love wasn't in it anymore. It was time to do something else. It was bigger and better things for me. You know what I'm saying? So I think with you, man, to be able to go out on top as an MVP, this is a Tom Brady type of situation we're dealing with right now, man. So it's, you know, we're witnessing history, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of ball players don't get a chance to go out under their own terms, but same thing with a lot of radio personalities and TV personalities and influencers, man. But you're doing it your way, and that's the main
you know
thing,
what? I can
man.
appreciate that, Garrick. I really do, because I've seen over 40 years, I've seen colleagues at other stations come in. One day they're doing one thing, the next day the station is doing something different, and it does not include them.
Right.
So I can appreciate that. Let me ask both y'all this. Chris, I'll start with you. How long did it take for you to find that next thing that you were really passionate about doing after you stopped playing ball?
Well, once I fired the pool guy who didn't show up when he's supposed to show up,
Right.
fired the line guy because he didn't show up when he's supposed to show up. Well, once I kept firing people around my house because they wasn't on time, and Derek, you can attest.
Yeah.
Football players, we're very rigid in what we do. 8 o'clock mean 8 o'clock. Don't mean 8:05, 8:10,
Right.
mean 8 o'clock.
That's how my dad
So
was.
once you tell me that you're going to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, I expect you there at 7:55, 7:50.
Yep.
If you don't show up to 8:30, then I have to fire you. So once I got through firing people around my house who was working for me, I finally settled in and realized that the outside world is not like football. It's I get to you when I can.
Mm-hmm.
But Derek, you know, if you play sports, you can't get to it when it can. It got to be now.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was very upsetting that I had to find my niche of realizing, and excuse what I'm about to say, but the outside world, it was very lazy. It was very,
Extremely.
whenever it happens, it happens. And if you've been in sports as long as I have, and as Derek has, that you have to be on time, you have to be on point. Not everything works out and you have to adjust, but it's not everything is, 8:30, I'm here.
Yeah. Now, to echo that, man, I think I got released from a team because I was 5 minutes early. So
I
that was
remember
one
you
of
telling
those
me
Tom
that,
Coughlin
Garrett.
teams, man.
I remember you telling me that
Yeah.
you were early, and they literally released you as if you were late.
Man, 10 minutes early it was on time. So I was late. You know what I'm saying? So that always stuck with me. And that's something that, you know, as ball players, man, that itinerary is structured, just similar to military. And then when you're done, it's trying to find that niche and trying to find that sweet spot of, you know, dealing with everybody else, because at the end of the day, it's like, hey, man, we got a job to do. So we need to be there early so we can get it done and do what we got to do. But a lot of people don't see it like that, man. So I feel that completely, man.
Yeah.
Garrett, I want to ask you this. When was you in Miami?
I was later, man. I was later. It was
Were you there with Saban? Was Nick Saban there as the head coach?
No. Actually, Saban had I was there really quickly before Saban.
Okay.
And then I was in Jacksonville, and then I went up north, came back down, landed with the Texans. So, but I had a lot of guys that were there during the Saban era.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was different. You know, you was dealing with grown men, you know, trying to coach it like it was college. But
right.
Yeah, man, I heard some stories, man. I heard some stories.
One of my good friends was there with Saban, Alfonso Roundtree, Garrett, who you know. Y'all, I'm glad to see y'all doing some work together. And Chris, he played defensive back out of Tampa, Florida, Bradenton High School. And he said it was an interesting experience because, like you just said, Garrett, he was literally trying to coach, you know, grown men and make position decisions like he was in college. And needless to say, the success didn't happen for him there at with the Miami Dolphins. So, but you know, I got a lot of respect for both of y'all because both of you all have found your niches outside of the white lines. Y'all found your niches off the field. And a lot of what you all both do is empowering other people to operate in their passions. And I can really appreciate that about both of y'all because, you know, in this business, a lot of folks will try to paint you as being selfish or a diva or it's all about you when, listen, man, ain't nothing wrong with somebody trying to get their money. Ain't nothing wrong with somebody trying to get a fair contract. Ain't nothing wrong with somebody trying to get a fair chance, you know, to do their craft on a team. So I got a lot of respect for both of you all because of what y'all have done after your football career. And that's what I'm really kind of pondering now after 40 years in radio.
Bro, you know you got a home with me, man. Well, it's about to happen, right? So we got a lot on the table. You know, we've had our conversations and we've talked about it. So I was just waiting on you. Now we can take it to the next level.
Don't play with me, Chris. Chris, be my agent real quick. Chris, be my agent real quick. Make sure my money right.
I got to step away from that because I don't know what you guys talk about. I don't want to give you too much. I always want to give you too much, but don't want to give you too little.
Yeah, there you go.
I hear you. Well, Chris, again, thank you, man. You have no idea. You and Jennifer and Liz, y'all mean the world to me, and I mean that sincerely. And thank you for making time to speak into my life on my last day, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I had to come in on your last day. It was exciting, but like I said, AJ, thanks for having us on and letting us open up a platform on some things on your show. We really appreciate it. You know, of course, you and Jennifer do your shows she jump on your show a lot, and you know, it's just a joy of seeing her happy of being on your show and talking. You know, so thank you once again for what all you have done for me and Jennifer and everybody else. All right.
All right, man.
Garrett, if I can help you in any way, you know what I'm saying? I know this is our first time officially meeting each other.
Right.
Hello to you. Hello to me. And
absolutely.
Give me a shout out if you need me, okay?
I will, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Y'all get connected.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
and I'm just jumping in from the background. Chris, I want you to look straight ahead because I need everyone that is watching the feed to just soak in. Just y'all all have the same haircut. Y'all all got the same look. This is just beauty. Okay. I see 1, 2, 3. It's just beautiful on the screen. So if y'all are watching, screenshot this. You might never see this amount of beauty on the screen at one time.
You got me for to do it right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Trust me, I just shaved yesterday. So if I didn't shave, I would have the snow on my face too.
Oh yeah. That's knowledge, man.
I gotta shave. It'll be all hanging down here. I don't want that. Lovey Smith can rock that. I cannot. Chris, thanks again, man. I appreciate it.
Guys, have a great one.
All right, Chris. We'll talk, man.
Derek, same to you, man. I appreciate you, brother. We this is not an end for us. This is definitely the beginning, man.
I won't let it be.
Yeah.
Trust me.
None but love, brother. Fan-centric.
Yes, sir. You know it. It's coming next.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Man, you got to know that made my day, Jennifer. Dr. J, you got to know that made
I try. I just couldn't let you guys go. I'm like, look at all this handsomeness. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres. I say I love it.
Yeah, I got to tell you that meant a lot because I'm you know, and I hope Chris knows, and I believe he does. I'm not just saying how much I loved him as a player because of you. I loved him as a player. I mean, legit, for sure. Because I mean, Chris, yeah, they talk now about them dogs. Chris and them were them dogs. Like they if you beat them, you beat them.
Absolutely.
You weren't gonna get them because they didn't play hard and they didn't bring it every single play. So yeah, that's
well. See, and the killer part is it's just who he is, right? From like as a competitor, it's literally just who he is. And so there have been times when maybe he's been challenged in his own work, and he gets that what I call the Chris Dishman that's looking at a referee that made a bad call. Look, I'm like, hold on. Tone it down because most people don't understand that look because that look like he looks through your soul. He's looking through your soul. He's piercing through your soul. And I said, okay, it is just who he is. And that's why I loved him as Chris Dishman, the player, because he gave everything that he had on that field. And we can all appreciate that as fans. You know, Allen Iverson, they're just certain players that you know they're out there, they're never taking a play off. Yep. And that's what we came to see. We came to see them compete from the start to the finish. And so, yeah.
No, I know that look. There was one man that had a look like that. And if he was alive today, my dad would tell you, I didn't have to whoop him. All I had to do was give him that look. And he's absolutely right. I would go sit my tail down. Even if I didn't see the look, I felt the look. Like,
oh, yes.
And then I would just, that feeling would come in my heart. I think we'll sit
down. That's an important look. That's a gift. That's a gift from God.
And I don't have it with my youngest girls, man. I'll look at them and then look, Daddy, what? Like,
oh, you got soft, AJ. You got soft.
Very soft. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. That segment blessed me. I love that. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-395-9215. 800-395-9215. 800-395-9215. That's 800-395-9215.
How is your car payment treating you? What if I told you you could make a free phone call right now and reduce your car payment by as much as $83 a month? Look at your car payment closely. You could be paying as high as 20% interest. Rate Genius can help you reduce your car payments by reducing your interest rate to as low as 2.48% APR. We can refinance most existing car loans or leased cars, new or used, and save you money every month. Put more money back in your pocket. The call is free to find out how low we can lower your car payment. 5 minutes of your time right now could save you hundreds of dollars a year. Call Rate Genius now.
800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. That's 800-811-4169.
Savings. Actual offer terms including APR determined at the time of your application based on creditworthiness value of the vehicle, loan term, and other factors.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Jonathan McReynolds, and I'm glad that you made room for the legendary KYOK, the lunch break.
Doing his listening party was also a fun event. Doing his listening party. I had no idea he was going to go on to win like 88 Stella Awards, but yeah, I gotta give him some love. Let me go to the phone line real quick, and then I want to jump on with a couple of people who just tuned in, some surprise guests. So stay right there. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is Kimberly Negrette.
Again, another one of my oldest friends. We've been friends for what, about 20 some odd years?
20 plus years. Yes, we have. It has been a pleasure to watch you not just grow, but transition now into your next season, because this isn't over. God has just gotten something better for you. You might not know what it is, but as you always do in an innovative way, you'll find it, you'll grab hold of it, and it will flourish. So I'm just happy to see you venture into this next chapter or this next book of your life.
Dr. Negrette, I got to get you to do something before you go. Your granddaughter is making Black history. And on my last show, I want to honor her in Black history. Tell everybody what your granddaughter has done.
In April, she will be receiving change of command at Stephen F. Austin High School in Fort Bend. She'll be the first African-American female commanding officer of the Navy, the Junior Navy ROTC. So I am really proud of her. She's looking to go to Naval Academy, and so we're just waiting for that change of command, but she has started her duties already. And so I'm really proud of her.
That's awesome.
Please do me a favor and say her name out loud so folks can get to know this young sister making Black history.
Commanding Officer Caitlin Negrette.
Stay right there.
All right, Caitlin. I honor you. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
She'll be looking for you there. So.
Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to cut up a clip of this where we honored her today. So I'll make sure she gets that, okay?
Okay, you just keep doing great things. We're proud of you, and we love you to life.
Dr. Negrette, thank you so much. We love you too.
Okay.
All right, let me do this. This young man wanted to jump on real quick and say something. It's the coach, Johnny Cole, as we take our HBCU stroller. Coach, I'll be following up with you because, you know,
better.
That ain't over. That ain't over.
You better.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With Jesus Christ, man. I ain't felt this down, and I'm happy for you. you know, but you know, I ain't felt like this, and this remind me of when I got my pink letter about 10 years
Oh
ago.
man, don't play with me, man. Don't do
I
me
don't
like
know.
that.
I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
Coach,
but you're the
40
greatest.
years, man. It's time. I can't run the quick out like I used to.
You the greatest. Hey, you the greatest to do it. You know, you boots on the ground, the grind. I get it. And the grade shows the wisdom and the people you've touched. You know, I can't say enough. You know, the greatness of you and you know, all the great things you've done and the feel good of Black folks and you always stood for the little man. I get that and I got that, you know. But this could have been done another way.
Oh,
but,
Coach,
hey,
I will talk to you later, man.
You told me you was Frank Sinatra. You doing it your way, baby. Hey, look, all we can do is ride the train.
Well, listen, you do this. You and your brother don't get ready, stay ready, and that way you won't have to get ready, all right? Because I got something for y'all.
Ain't no question. Because, boy, let me tell you something. My phone been lighting up. They were ready today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But hey,
Coach, I love you. Thank you, Frank.
You and your family.
I mean that.
And we'll talk.
Okay. All right. We'll do.
Thank you.
All right. And then I got to go to another family that has taken me in. And I got to tell you what, they have been real family to me. And that's the King family. Valencia King. I am Valencia King. Her mother, Shirley Walker King. And the King of the Kings, Mr. Vincent King. Man, Dr. J, when the Cleveland Cavaliers won the championship, I could not even get this dude on my show because he was in high demand. They had him on shows all across the country. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. And we got the whole family on the show. It's the Kings, y'all.
Hey, we got to come up with a sign for Kings. You know, she's from California. Of course, she wants to throw up gang signs.
Oh, Lord, y'all pray for her.
No gang signs on here, please, ma'am. No gang signs.
Really, says the man from Cleveland, Ohio.
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
That's for Cavaliers. See that C? That's Cavaliers, baby.
Listen, I'm so glad I did not get out of here on my last day. Dr. J, you will know and love these people the way I do because they just real good people.
That's my kind of people.
Just, as we used to say in the country, good people.
That's it.
Valencia, Sister Shirley, brother Vincent, y'all, thank y'all, man, for everything y'all have done for me since I've been on this show here in Houston. They're the reasons why I went to the Charlo fight, the Charlo brothers. They're the reason why. So I'm so grateful.
Well, we thank you. Yeah, we definitely thank you. I thank you for having my ladies on and elevating them and just showing support, you know, to what they're doing. I definitely appreciate that.
I literally bumped into their chair as they were trying to do their work on Radio Row. Oh my gosh.
I'd like to say those are from the Kings, but if you don't read the card out loud, it will.
I am going to read it out loud. Okay, I knew who this was from. Congratulations on 40 years in radio. Our own disc jockey and sports commentator, love Tamara T. Barnes. That's my oldest friend. And we've known each other since 3rd, 4th grade. And she, her husband, and her daughter sent me these flowers. So I really appreciate them.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
Ohio man keep some friends for a long time into the 30 years.
Look, now Vincent can tell you, I got friends in Cincinnati, Ohio. You can call the same number and you'll get somebody from the original family that we grew up with.
Wow.
No doubt about that. Yeah. The same exact numbers from all these years. Yes, definitely.
Well, I tell you what, Valencia, girl, I saw your work with Luca last night.
Yeah, man, Mavs surprised us, but we can talk about the Mavs anytime. We're here to celebrate you.
Oh, girl. I mean,
yes.
I'm
I just want to say, I know you can't tell anyone how to receive news, but I just want to encourage all of the lunch breakers that this is not goodbye. Let's be excited that we can support our AJ in new ways. That is what is going to be the most exciting part of this journey for us. We've been supporting him via the lunch break for 5 years and over radio for 40 years and people before radio. So let's just get excited about how we can support you in this new chapter. So I'm ready. I'm an unofficial, official hype woman. So, I'm here.
That's it.
Let's do it. So you got Cali by way of Texas. You got Chi-Town by way of everything as a military child. And you got everything Cleveland.
Everything Cleveland.
We go represent. And the one thing I want to say is, until I met you, I'd never met a person who knows how to cover a practice, a praise, and a performance all in one program. Yeah. What? What?
Wow.
One of a kind. Absolutely one of a kind.
Look, as they say in the church house, I felt that in my belly.
Right here, yes. I just appreciate you because, like you said, we bump chairs and we've been connected ever since. From a radio godfather to an official uncle to all of it. You just really took me under your wing, and I receive every lesson from radio into life, and even beyond me. My peers, you've been able to help them. So it's just an olive branch of extension of you, and just shows how grateful you are with anything you have to offer. We are incredibly grateful, incredibly honored to know you and call you family. And like I said, we're excited to support you in this new chapter, this new journey, because it ain't stopping. Okay.
No.
They just switch tracks. Okay, that's all we're doing.
That's right. That's right. Can't stop, won't stop. I appreciate y'all. And again, Brother Vincent, thank you for, letting me have access to your queens. And I mean that. I know as a father and that you wonder, well, who is that and what's their intention? But brother, you have really, I mean that sincerely, man to man. Thank you for giving me access to your queens and just letting me love them like a brother and like an uncle. And I don't take that lightly, and I really don't. I mean that sincerely.
And I appreciate that. And that's actually literally what I was about to say. From what they do, Shirley supporting Valencia, Valencia supporting Shirley, and just to let my ladies go, when they say they're going to see AJ, boom. I'm comfortable with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't take that lightly. So I appreciate you and what you do, and you looking out for them as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why we're family, y'all. And I mean that really. So, as we hit the next chapter, y'all will know what's going on, and we will all be a part of it together. So, again, thank y'all for making time to love on me on this day, like y'all always do. And I mean that sincerely.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Salute to you. Salute.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
All right, definitely. I promise. I promise. All right.
Bye, Dr. J.
Bye. See you guys. Thank you.
Right, take care.
Hey, keep an eye out on my cows. Keep an eye on my cows.
You know what? Your cows are balling. Now don't let nobody tell you they not when they are.
Oh, they are. They are.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Later on. We'll talk.
All right, y'all. Dr. J, I have a good dear friend that has popped in the studio bearing gifts.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
I got to bring her around some kind of way. Let's see. You're going to have to come around like over my shoulder. Like you got to be over my shoulder, because one of the things that I've always wanted to do with the lunch break was honor people that made good food.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And I couldn't do it because you can't see this sign on the control room door, but it says no eating in the control room.
Right.
So I literally had to retire to be able to honor somebody who just, oh my gosh, I hope it don't drip. I hope it don't.
Oh, that looks delicious. Oh, and I'm vegan, but what is it? Tell me, what is it?
I apologize for you being vegan. I'm pescatarian.
Okay.
And I see some shrimp. I look like I see some salmon and just some good all around it.
Is it sauteed with butter and it's blackened and see, I see her head. Oh yes, I can almost smell the spices through the thing. Oh, it's delicious.
Already. So let me see how I can do this. lean over where they can see you in the camera. Y'all.
Where is your camera?
So
right
that
there.
way, that way.
Oh, okay.
Y'all, this is Natasha Marie. She used to be one of the members of the Not So Christian in Me show, but she branched out and is now doing her own thing. And you do catering, you do your own radio show, and you do a whole lot more than that. So, Natasha Marie, tell everybody about you.
Hey, you guys. How are you doing? First of all, Dr. J, I love you.
Oh, thank you.
When you started having you on the show, you're amazing. I think you are a superwoman.
Oh, thank
all
you.
your feedback is stellar, stellar, stellar.
Oh, thank
I
you.
just have to tell you that. But hi, you guys. So I'm Natasha Marie. I currently have a show on the Biz Radio. It's called Spirited Sundays. So I wake you up with praise and inspiration and all that good stuff. I have more stuff coming into the future, of course, but I'm an MC host, red carpet host, all that good stuff. And I have a catering company. So.
And what's your catering company called?
It is called Everything Marie's. You guys can go to www.everythingmaries.com. I cater everything: weddings, parties, staff lunches, corporate events, whatever you guys need.
Perfect. It sounds like it's delicious. Like, do you have a specialty?
So my specialty is everything. So
All
I'm
right.
a Southern girl.
Southern girl.
I'm a Southern girl. My family's from Louisiana. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. But I love also mingling international flavors. So I have a keen eye and ear and hand and all that good stuff for Southern, Jamaican, African, and I use it all together.
Okay, now I'm officially hungry. So.
Natasha Marie, let me hug you on
Aww.
radio. Thank you so much.
I think it's raining in the studio again. It's nice meeting you.
Okay. Well, y'all, listen, I'm going to honor the control room. It said no eating in the control room, but baby,
delicious.
About to go down. All right, let me go to the phone line. I hope they're still there. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
You did not think that you were going to get through your last day without a call from me.
Keith Hennig. I would have been borderline upset if you tried it. I would have been borderline upset if you had tried it.
Well, you don't have to be.
Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to say hi to Dr. J, the
Hi,
finest co-host in North America.
Oh.
And I couldn't join the segment with Garrick and Chris because I'm an old white man with hair.
Right, you wouldn't fit.
The reason that I called you, AJ, I know sports, and I've learned a little bit about sports from you over the years, but I've learned a whole lot about life. My college roommate for 2 years was a black man, and I thought I had a pretty good understanding of what the black community goes through, and I was so wrong. You taught me so much, and I am deeply grateful for that. And I'm not welling up. I have allergies, but pardon me for that. You have been just a true teacher, and I am very, very grateful to you.
Keith, I cannot thank you enough for your friendship and for your brotherhood and just for your heart, man. You are one dude that I can say, honestly, wanted to know more than what you heard or what you were taught, and for that I will forever be grateful. I will forever. You and Todd both have just been two real good brothers, and I cannot thank MJ enough for inviting you to listen to the show, because literally I don't think you've missed, and I thank you for being closer to me than just a follower, closer to me than just a listener. You have been a true brother, a true ally, and a true friend.
And it has been my honor to do that. You're a one-of-a-kind guy, and I am blessed to know you. And I wish you only the greatest going forward. You know that.
Well, brother, stand by, because we got more on the table. There's more meat on these bones.
That's it.
I'm ready. You just let me know where you are, and I'll be there.
All right, brother. And do me a favor.
Sure.
Keep an eye on Keith. Keep an eye on Longhorn Keith. Keep an eye on Todd. Keep an eye on Donna Coleman home, and keep an eye on all them. It's CJ. Keep an eye on all them for me, all right?
Well, speaking of that, the lunch breakers have been outstanding, and they have taken me in as one of their own.
Uh-oh. Keith, I'm sorry. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button.
Okay. Well, I wanted to thank the lunch breakers personally. I am an old white guy, and you have accepted me and taken me in, and I am very grateful to you for that. And that would have been impossible. Thank you, AJ.
I love you, man. I love you for real.
You too.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you, Keith. Thank you so much.
Keith had a Caller of the Year 2020. Keith had a Caller of the Year 2020. Let me go to this next. Phones are lighting up, so let me try and get some of these in. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
AJ Jones.
Yeah.
Andrew Williams.
Oh my gosh. Dr. J. Now let me just say something. Again, one of the brothers that I met in our campus church at Texas Southern University.
Okay.
When I tell you, I guess I was supposed to be the mentor. I learned more from this brother, just seeing him interact as a husband, as a father, and how he impacts his community with the Socks and Sandals podcast. And now he stepped into a different role. And I mean, he just doesn't know how much he just, man, I learned a lot from this young man. And I mean it sincerely, brother. You are one of the best of the best.
I can't do that, man. I can't let you out compliment me today, my brother. I can't do that. But I received that in love, man, in all sincerity. And I must say about you, AJ, I mean, you have been a leader in my life. I've allowed you to lead because you're worthy of it, so that's why, when you were doing the Amen Fellowship movement at TSU, I was willing to fall under your leadership, man, because you've just always been a stand-up gentleman. Like, from day one, always been sincere. I will never forget the time when you came out to Portland just to see us do our concert when me and Speedy and Deshaun and all the folks was rapping and doing that, man. That meant so much to me, and I'll never forget you for that. We had so many amazing times going to the house, just riding in the car, listening to music, just all the things. And then you started doing radio. And it's like, to come onto your show and just have a reason to talk to you from time to time, it means the world to me, right? And also just seeing you be great, kind of like what Ms. King said, seeing you be great in so many arenas and be your authentic self unapologetically, but just be excellent. Like, you are legitimately excellent in everything that you do. And so you are one of the men that I model myself after. It's like, yo, how can I be versatile and be excellent and not make it look unauthentic? Like, it's amazing. And so I know I can be myself in different arenas because AJ is his full self in every arena that he steps into. So I just want to love on you and just show my appreciation to you today, man.
Brother, thank you, man. And I mean that sincerely, bro. Thank you.
No doubt, man.
I love you, man. Please give my love to the family. Please give my love to P-Town, to Deshaun, to Speedy, man, just anybody that you are in contact with still, man. Please give my love to them because y'all have no idea how much y'all changed and impacted my life, man. So thank you, brother. And I mean that sincerely. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Love. I'll let you get to the other call.
All right, brother. Love you too, man. All right, let me take another call. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is Keisha.
The queen of the Black College Experience. Keisha Kelly, again, I think we met through Brian Bearfield. I think he turned me on to you. And that's one of the best things that happened to me in my life because, man, your work ethic, your passion for Black colleges, period, not Black college sports, but Black college, period. And I'm talking about the students, the faculties, the institutions, the history, the legacy. And then you started talking about the kids and how parents would reach out to you and ask you to help those kids. And then you start speaking in engagements and what have you. girl, I'm serious. I'm not being over dramatic when I say just seeing you in this short time that I've known you, it changed a whole lot in me.
AJ, I am so proud of you. I was sitting there when you said 40 years. I started laughing because I said, wow, that's my whole life plus a year. So I'm 41. And I said, AJ has literally been in radio for my entire life. And I'm just a year above that. And just to, just listening to how many people's lives that you have impacted my life as well. And just knowing that you have always, in the short time that we've known each other, you've rooted me on and you've cheered me on and you supported me like no other. And they always say a stranger will cheer for you quicker than sometimes than your friends and family. And you have been that support, that backbone. We have talked about so many things beyond, and I'm just so proud of you and proud to know you. And even more proud that you wore that Southern University shirt like I asked you to. I'm so proud that you are representing the Jaguar Nation today on your last day. But this isn't, goodbye for you. I know that it's so much bigger and better out there for you, and I know God is going to lead you. And I'm just excited for your next step. I'm very excited for your next step.
And Keisha, I appreciate it. I said when I came on the show, I said a friend of mine who I adore asked me to wear this shirt. And never mind that my daughter got accepted to Southern. I had to tell her, because she just got accepted to Howard and Spelman. I said, but we have already decided to go to Southern. So I don't know why you're talking to them other people, but we have already decided to go to Southern. So Keisha, I mean it. I love you. I adore you. I respect you. I admire you. You are really, really, really one of the best of the best. And don't change, man. Don't change for anybody, because God has you on a path where you're setting the standard. You don't have to fall under anybody else's standard. You are a standard bearer. And I respect and admire you.
Thank you. So I'm going to let you get to, like you said, I'm going to let you get to the other callers because I know they all waiting to call in. But, you stay the course, and of course we will talk.
Okay, we'll be talking soon.
All righty.
All right, thank you. Keisha Kelly, the Black College Experience Queen.
All right.
She's a game changer.
AJ, before you take another caller, really quickly, what is the craziest experience in radio, like in broadcast radio, that you ever had? Like, did you have to stand on one foot to get a good signal? Was something leaking on your head? Like, is there some just like people wouldn't believe that some behind the scenes craziness?
I had to pass the FCC license test before I could even touch the board.
Right.
So until I got my FCC license, and that test was not too hard, but it wasn't too easy either. Like, you couldn't have sat down without studying to pass it. And, again, Brute Bailey, my program director, said, he said, when are you going to be 18? He said, because you can't even take the test until you turn 18. And this was in August. It was like, I'll be 18 in December. So for 3-4 months, I literally had to have an engineer for a 17-year-old overnights on the weekend so that I could be on my show.
Wow.
And for Brute Bailey to do that for me, it was crazy. It was ridiculous. And having to take that test, I didn't understand at the time what it meant. But when folks have talked about it after the fact, you did what? At what age? Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Right. That's not possible. I believe my uncle, who I was telling you about in Radio Hall of Fame, had to do the same thing.
Yep.
He had to have people there because he started radio younger than 18, and FCC was serious. You could not touch that board without having that actual license.
Yeah. That was definitely one of the craziest moments. Hey, callers, stay right there. I got to take a quick break. I got to tell y'all about Working Families and Candace Houston and her upcoming show. And then we'll be right back with a caller. And then we got to get ready to wrap it up, Dr. J.
I know. I just hate that. Let's pray to ask God to elongate the time.
Listen, I'll tell you. I didn't know how this was going to go, but I'm like tripping with it right now. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
Hey, how old, Tony? I heard you didn't go to Washington, D.C. for voting rights. You stayed back in Texas with the Republicans. This isn't the first time. You and the Republicans tried to take over HISD, closing our schools in the black community. To make things worse, you wanted to take away Thurgood Marshall Law School from GSU. We've got one thing to say to you, my brother. On March 1st, we're voting for Candace Houston, House District 142. All of the black people by custodians for working families.
Hi, this is Candace Houston. Tune into my new radio show called Candid Plug. Every Saturday from noon to 1, we will have engaging conversations on current events, topics that affect the community, and religion. Join me each Saturday from noon to 1 for my new show called Candid Plug, where you plus me equals us. Right here on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM.
Wipe it off. Wipe it off.
Yeah.
KYOKradio.org.
You're making me teary.
All right, just the last one. Here we go.
1140 AM and
Here we go.
92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
All right,
What's up,
y'all.
everybody? This is Jonathan Nelson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break with AJ.
All right, y'all. We back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Let me go to the phone line, see who we got standing by. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Who's this?
This is Aisha, Lady Hennessy, Pastor J. How are you? AJ?
Oh
Pastor AJ.
my gosh.
Yes.
What a
Listen.
crazy and pleasant surprise.
Listen, when I seen your post come out and say that you were retiring after 40 years, I said there was no way
Yeah.
I was not going to call and speak and give my love and just say bye on the airwaves. But like their last caller say, I know you're going to do some great things after that. But it was no way I was going to let this time go past. And I didn't get to say, see you, Pastor J.
Oh,
Pastor
you are
AJ.
outstanding. I don't take it lightly when people make time out of their busy schedule to do anything for me. So, again, woman of God, you are all right in my book. Thank you.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you also being on my journey and me being able to have an experience with you as well, as far as being on the radio and being in radio experience. Lady K Moore, I always got to give shout out to Lady K Moore because she made sure that we connected with each other, and that was a beautiful setting. I still got all the videos, the pictures, the archive shows. I mean, and my kids still listen to it. We still talk about the whole experience. You are amazing, and I appreciate you for barreling the waves for us.
Oh man, now you know what? I'm serious. That just makes it all feel worthwhile when you say stuff like that. And to know that your kids are still blessed by that. And you're right. Kay Moore she is the plug. That woman right there will connect people with Christ in a way that they never saw coming. So again,
never saw coming.
please give her my love. And thank you again for making time for me today.
Absolutely, I will do. And, blessings to all your future endeavors. I'm still connected to you, so I'm going to always follow you. I told you I'm always quiet, but I'm always watching.
I love it. All right, we'll talk soon, okay?
Absolutely. Have a great one.
All right, you too. So Kay Moore, the young lady that she mentioned, allowed me to be on her CD.
Sweet.
Yeah, I have a whole section on her CD. And I do not take that lightly. And then she had the nerve to ask me to go on to some events with her live and do my part on the CD. I can't do that.
Yes, you can. You can do anything. We've already told you can do anything excellently.
Dr. J, let me tell you something. That was that pit in your stomach, frog in your throat. Like, wait. It's one thing to do it in the studio.
Absolutely.
It's another thing to do it live in front of people. So,
absolutely.
Again, one of those things I never thought I would do. There are 4 people that I've been on their recorded projects as a result of my time here in radio. And I
have the voice. You have the voice and the passion. And I just wanted to share this, Trey Pike, because you put his comment up, but Jeremiah 29:11, I think is perfect. So for those of you that is just not running in your head what Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And that is one of the perfect scriptures, I think, as you ride on to the next chapter. That I love that, Trey. Thank you so much for adding that into the ending segment, the last segment on the show.
Yeah, I gotta just Trey. I haven't had a chance to meet him, but we have connected through Coach Johnny Cole and our HBCU role. And man, again, boy, it's like everything comes together with intimate relationships, like with you, like with Cole. And when I think back, again to the starting point, I had no idea when Brute Bailey gave me a job at WYLD what that was going to mean.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea in Atlanta when Mike Roberts gave me a job what that was going to mean. I had no idea in Cincinnati when Brian Castle gave me a job what that was going to mean. Marv Hankston, I can go on and on and on. And then down here, Mr. Gardner hired me at KCOH. And then Letitia Jackson brought me over to KWWJ. And then I ended up over here at KYOK. And man, it's just
that's sweet. Well, just to let you know, as paths cross, my dad used to do a few things at KCOH back in the day. I don't even know the time frame, so I don't know if y'all's paths would have ever crossed. But greatness tends to follow in each other's footsteps. So I consider my dad a great person. So I'm not at all surprised that KCOH was part of your journey at all. What did you think you were going to get out of radio? Like when you first jumped in, like, what did you expect? I know you were young. So was it just that you wanted to hear your voice on the radio?
You know what, to be honest with you, I hated my voice on radio because back then we used to record our shows. I had some very good mentors. So Wendell Pierce said, record your show because you're only as good as your last show. And you never know when that might be your air check. I hated hearing my voice on air. But I love what I did. I did. And then when we would go out, because WYLD was very active in the community. So when we would go out, folks are like, who is that young cat? And, I used to get compliments like, dude, you don't weigh 300 pounds. And dude, you don't have a jerry curl and all of that. So, I enjoyed being out in the community, doing all this other stuff. And then when I left New Orleans to go to Atlanta, I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a big convention in Atlanta called the Jack the Rapper Convention, where all the great DJ program directors all came together. And I met a dude named Tom Joyner. He was flying from Chicago to Dallas to do radio.
Yep, he was.
And I said that day, I said, oh, it ain't that serious for me. There's nowhere in the world I could fly to 2 different cities in the same day and do radio. And when I looked at how things worked out for him, I was like, bro, I wish you were taking this a lot more seriously than you did. So I didn't know what I was going. It was almost like a hobby for me because I enjoyed doing it so much that it was never like a job.
That's the best kind. That's the best kind. It's an overgrown hobby, and that's what I've always said is the best job to develop into when it is an overgrown hobby that just becomes just who you are.
Yeah. I think when I told our program director here that it was time, that was one of the things that had changed. It felt like an obligation to get up and to call in sports updates and to do all that. And it's like, man, for the first time, it started to feel like a job. It felt like laborious. It felt like a challenge, an obstacle. And I feel like when it got there for me, I knew it was time for me to do something different.
Well, God makes you uncomfortable in your very comfortable spot sometimes so that you move around. Sometimes God pushes people right on out the door because if not, you'll stay in the same place. And I do believe we are designed to continue to progress and to continue to be better versions of ourselves. Like, I love the fact that every time I see you, you're not yesterday's AJ. And that's so very important. And I think that's what has drawn people to you, that you are always giving them something new, some different, almost like looking at a prism. I see a different angle. I see a different viewpoint every time. And like a prism, people are drawn to it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Let me see who we got on here. We got to get ready to go. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Willie.
Man, again, another brother that I met in radio, but I met through Karen's your cousin or your aunt? Your aunt. Okay. I knew her in Cincinnati. And I get down here, I get to working in radio, and then she introduces me to her nephew and says, this brother loves sports and he loves radio. And man, we've been connected as brothers ever since. And again, man, this is one of the benefits and blessings of the business. So Willie Gibson, bruh, I love you, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, love, bro. I appreciate you. I mean, I thank you. I mean, where do I start? Sight unseen, word of mouth, share your platform with me, and trust me with your platform in certain points. And I don't take that lightly, nor do I take it for granted. Do we agree all the time? Absolutely not. However, love is still there, and that's one I couldn't let today go, and not at least publicly. Thank you. Thank you.
Brother, you and Dr. J covered my show while I was gone. Only other person to cover my show while I was gone was David Grubb. And I can honestly say you three mean that much to me. You know, if I had to add in Chris Gardner, yep. If I had to add in Kim White Davis, yep. Keisha Kelly, yep. But you three, man, y'all were ones that I knew I could go and trust that however you did it, and I didn't tell either one of y'all how to do it, however you did it, it was going to be Lunch Break, KYOK, AJ Jones worthy. Like I could say, I know they're going to do a good job. I can tell my program director, they're going to do a good job. I can tell my general manager, they're going to do a good job. And I appreciate that about y'all because that comes from the heart. That doesn't come from your talent. That don't come from the platform. That comes from your heart. So Willie, Dr. J, David Grubb, if you're listening, I love y'all, man. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all doing what y'all done.
Love you back.
We love you too. Hey, and the best is yet to come. We're not done.
Absolutely. You already know.
That's for sure.
I'm still trying to find out who's going to start at quarterback for Cleveland this coming season. So, you know we ain't done.
We'll talk offline.
All right, bro. All right. Thank you, Willie.
All right, thank you.
All right, let me see who this last caller is. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Man, I want to talk to you.
Wait a
Who
minute.
thinks as a young man that he gets to retire, living the good life, wearing the designer clothes and the fancy shoes and rocking the car looking like a young cat while us old heads out here working 9 jobs, trying to put money in, have food on the table so we can eat our macaroni and cheese. We can eat our turkey burgers and get it at least on a Sunday.
You know what? I'm not with you. I'm not with you. You are hilarious. And you know I don't wear clothes like that.
AJ, man, it's great to talk to you. Congratulations on a hell of a run. I mean, you had a tremendous career in radio, and I'm really looking forward to the next project that you got going on, being the young, handsome cat you are.
Man, let me tell you something. Y'all, this is Pat Creighton. I would literally, Dr. J, I would literally like hurry up and sign off my show. Like right now, I'll be gone, heading to the car. Because him and Nate Griffin.
Oh, absolutely.
Did a show
100%.
together that I absolutely loved. Like I could not wait to catch the last hour of those two together on their show because they were just that good. And for
We've
them-
been on their show. Yes, I remember. Like, yes, it was life. It was a baby life.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on?
Man, I haven't seen you in ages. How you doing, girl?
I know I'm doing well. Well, we have to change that soon.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We haven't seen you and Chris in a little bit.
Yes, it has been a while, but you know, if you've got some USFL time in the sports broadcasting world, you will see us.
Well, you know what? We don't have any baseball, so we got plenty of time.
Absolutely, absolutely, it's perfect.
No, Pat, for real though, brother. Thank you from going to from changing me from being a fan to a friend, and I mean that sincerely, man. You and Nate like becoming real brothers to me and real friends to me, man. Again, it means the world. It's like a dream come true.
Well, I wish I got to see more of Hollywood too, but he does this thing where he gets up at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I'm just going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, and just sometimes I text him. I'm like, dude, I'm going to bed. Enjoy breakfast. You know, I mess with little stupid little stuff like that. But yeah, man, that opposite schedule thing is tough to overcome. But I get to catch up with Hollywood when we can.
Yeah. But Pat, I appreciate you, man. You be safe out there. Y'all check him out on Late Hits on 97.5. Bless you, man.
Appreciate you, love. Take care. Take care, Dr. J.
All right, bye, Pat.
All right, we got to get ready to go, Dr. J. You got any announcements that you want to make in these closing moments?
No, you know what? I saw someone say, "Hey, how can they keep in touch with me?" So I'm just gonna give my social media at Jen Thibeaux, JENNTHIBEAUX. Blame my daddy for all of that, for all the vowels. And JenniferThibeaux.com. If you go there, you can catch up with me everywhere. But my announcement, really more than anything, is if you wonder what I'll be doing, Chris and I will be headed toward doing a lot of stuff with the USFL. So definitely cheer for the New Jersey Generals, who that's the team. And looking forward to doing some unique things in that arena. So not just yet ready to talk about that, but hey, I'm like this, hand on the chin, looking at AJ like, what's next? So I turn it back over to you.
Well, Dr. J, I appreciate you. Thank you for being everything that you have been to me, a true sister, a true friend, a colleague, co-host, man. Everybody loves our shows. Our shows together have been some of the highest rated shows. So after 40 years, it's only apropos that I would end it with, again, you, my sister. So y'all, thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for loving me. Thank y'all for supporting me. And all I can say is the best is yet to come right here on KYOK. The best is yet to come on 1360 KWWJ. And we will just continue to look forward to see what's next. For the last time, as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Here's Donnie McClurkin with the rest of the Donnie McClurkin Show. Talk to you later, Dr. J.
All right, see you later.
Turn to the person next to the on the other side. He said, "Just hang on